So here I am, standing on the precipice of academic probation. A title that sounds more like a punishment for a crime I didn't commit than a mere academic status. I mean, when I think of probation, I picture a courtroom drama, not a lecture hall filled with students who are all pretending to understand the difference between a thesis and a hypothesis. But here I am, a proud member of the Academic Probation Club, which, let me tell you, is not nearly as exclusive or glamorous as it sounds. You know, when I first started college, I had this grand vision of myself. I imagined late-night study sessions fueled by caffeine and determination, surrounded by piles of books that I would actually read. I thought I'd be the poster child for academic excellence, maybe even get my face on a brochure or something. But instead, I'm here, clutching my academic record like it's a ticking time bomb, wondering how I managed to go from Dean's List to Please Don't Drop Out in a single semester. Let's talk about the moment I found out I was on probation. I walked into the advisor's office, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing in my academic life. I sat down, and she looked at me with that mix of pity and concern that only an academic advisor can muster. "So, about your grades," she started, and I immediately felt like I was in an episode of a reality show where they reveal the contestants' worst moments. "You're on probation." I blinked. Probation? I thought that was for people who committed felonies, not for those who couldn't figure out how to balance a budget for a group project. The first thing I did was panic. I mean, what does one do when faced with the reality of academic probation? I Googled it, of course. How to survive academic probation. Spoiler alert, the internet is full of advice from people who clearly have their lives together. Get organized, they say. Create a study schedule, they suggest. I can barely organize my sock drawer, let alone my academic life. So, I decided to take a different approach. I embraced the chaos. I started wearing my academic probation status like a badge of honor. "Oh, you're on the Dean's List? That's cute. I'm on academic probation." It's like being in the VIP section of failure. I even made a t-shirt. Probation, the new black. I wore it to class, and you know what? It actually sparked some interesting conversations. My classmates were intrigued. "What's it like, so?" they'd ask, and I'd respond with a dramatic sigh. "It's a lot like being in a bad relationship. You keep trying to make it work, but deep down, you know it's doomed." I started to see the humor in it all. I mean, how often do you get a chance to redefine your identity? Instead of being the overachiever, I became the underdog. I was the lovable loser, the person everyone rooted for. "You can do it," they'd say, and I'd nod, knowing full well that my study sessions consisted of scrolling through TikTok for hours while telling myself I was researching. But here's the kicker. Being on academic probation isn't the end of the world. It's more like a wake-up call, a gentle nudge from the universe saying, "Hey, maybe you should try a little harder." So I did. I started going to office hours, asking questions, and actually reading the textbooks. I even joined a study group, which was a wild experience. Picture a bunch of procrastinators trying to motivate each other. It's like herding cats, but somehow we managed to get through it. In the end, academic probation taught me more than any textbook ever could. It taught me resilience, the importance of asking for help, and that sometimes it's okay to laugh at yourself. So, here's to academic probation. The unexpected journey that turned me into a better student, one awkward moment at a time.